And welcome back again. Crypto Hulk's July 27th. And we've got, the Russians, the Chinese, the Indians, South Americans, all these BRICS nations, okay? And there's a lot more. There's probably 6 more on top of that. The Russians are coming. They're here. So check it out. My name's Crypto Hulk. I'll start with the introduction and disclaimer kind of stuff. Name's Crypto Hulk, not a financial advisor, not a crypto advisor, not a lawyer. Don't believe a word I say. Everything on this channel is a lie. If I tell you to do something, do not do it. Okay? So there you go. The BRICS nations. We're going to go over this today because there's a looming threat. There's a threat that's going to go down. One, we know there's a recession right now. We're trying to pretend like we don't see it, but it's there. And you've got these BRICS nations coming up. They're going to add 5 more, and they're going to have their own cryptocurrency and their own way of trading. The Chinese already have their digital yuan, okay? I'm going to lay out some stuff tonight. Probably go 40, 50-minute show. We'll see. I'm going to lay something out how we're going to have a black swan. Obviously, everybody knows that. But how exactly or what? Well, we got food shortages going on. Supply chain. You can't buy a new car. There's almost none on the lot. It's like a controlled demolition of the world, okay? To where all the nations are going to be hurting so bad that's when this crypto is going to come in. They're going to have to make it to where all the nations just beg for crypto, okay? That's how. Because some of these countries... Yeah, bring on the black swan. That's what somebody says. Absolutely. Underpass 61. Version 2 is here. Uddy to Earth. Good to see you. Nosy Parker says, yo. Lee Brown. Good to see you. We're gonna be a little scared the first part of the show. But that's reality, okay? It's really fucking scary out there. We're in the right crypto. I told you on yesterday's show, we went over for about 20 minutes about gold and silver and stuff. You need to watch yesterday's program. Oh, by the way, with Crypto Hulk, I have a new website. It's called thecryptohulk.com. So www.thecryptohulk.com. I'm pretty sure they're ready to allow people to get their memberships. There were some problems yesterday on... you could hit a donate button, but as far as the memberships, they weren't allowing people to pay. I believe it's going to be using Stripe, so you will have to join and sign up to get Stripe. That's what I have now, and the PayPal is for the tips. Unfortunately, PayPal is not working on the site for both. I don't know why or whatever. So it's at thecryptohulk.com. I'll probably do a test show tomorrow. If people still aren't able to pay and that kind of thing, their membership for $5. Tomorrow, then I just have to delay it another day. I'm waiting for that to happen. So, yeah, I'm on Twitter. Try to find me on Twitter, CryptoHulk19 there, Facebook, Crypto Hulk, and Truth Social, Crypto Hulk, and stuff. Have those sites, because now with YouTube, you have to go into your subscriptions and resubscribe a lot because they tend to bump people off, and then go into your notifications as well. Basically, I make a show almost every day at about the same time. Somewhere between 6 and 7 is where I start the show. So what you should do is, if you want to watch it, go to YouTube, go to my page, click on my videos, make it drop down, and see if any show. Usually about an hour to 2 before a show, I'll start the program and just let it sit. Hey, Hunar, good to see you again. Location unknown. So about an hour or 2 before a show, I'll always have it running. So you can check. If it's 5 or 6 o'clock and you don't see a pre-show sitting there, with all the live chat, then I'm not doing a show. Some people get notified from YouTube. Most don't. Most have to check the actual page, unfortunately. So I have the new website. You can go see if you can get hooked up. It's www.thecryptohulk.com. And if everything works tonight, as far as people trying to register, then tomorrow I can do a show. I'll start off on this channel and then direct everybody to the new channel. There might be 30, 50, 100 people there, somewhere in there. And then over time, people will migrate to that particular website. And then it'll be much better there, and I can hold contests and stuff like that. Really fun stuff. You have no idea stuff I got planned. Fred X. Hey, Hulk, heard a rumor that there's going to be a run on liquor stores. Oh, really? I got to go. No, okay, let's get into the bad news, but it's called reality. So, Vladimir Putin has criticized and condemned the U.S. Now, I got these articles. These are very short articles. It's off bitcoin.com, and somebody sent me these, I think, on my Facebook Messenger, something like that. What we got going on is this. The BRICS nations are sick of the United States, okay? I'm actually sick of a lot of the people in the United States myself, including all the government crooks. But Putin has criticized and condemned the United States and the West, meaning like Europe, for financial punishments on his country and the other BRICS nations, let's say. At this year, so probably a month ago, they had a conference in St. Petersburg, Russia, International Economic Forum. Putin addressed the crowd with a 70-minute speech and talked about the United States ruling the world's financial system for years. Putin says this: nothing lasts forever. He's talking about Americans. He says Americans think of themselves as exceptional. And if they think they're exceptional, that means everybody else is second class. The Russian told the forum attendees. Speaking with Russian ambassadors in a biennial speech, Putin said the West was weakening a great deal, aren't we? Yes, we are, in terms of economic power. Domestic socioeconomic problems. You've seen all like this, these protesters and all this dumb shit going on in this country, and boys calling themselves girls and stuff. Just, we have a society that's very fucked up right now because there's no rules. So everybody runs around like, I'm going to call myself a unicorn. I'm going to identify as a unicorn. I mean, what the fuck is that, right? But that's what Russia's saying. I mean, America's in financial problems, social and economic problems, he's saying, that have become worse in industrialized country as a result of the economic crisis, are weakening the dominant role of the so-called historical West. The United States needs to look out. Now, I'll tell you, if I'm working for the United States government, I'm going to be very, very concerned about this crypto stuff. Why have traditionally these Congress, well, we all know why, but you got these Congress people that are not passing crypto bills. We've had crypto since 2008, right? Why the fuck do we don't have any crypto rules? I've been asking that question every fucking show for 2.5 years. I'm not following no damn trial. That's so fucking stupid. Where are the crypto rules? That's what the fuck's important. If we had crypto rules, think about this now, because Crypto Hulk is having a moment. If we had crypto rules, we would not have this fucking court case, would we? Oh, Crypto Hulk, that's totally right. So that's why I focus on, we have no crypto rules, so ain't nothing gonna happen. We don't have a crypto market, we have a crypto space. People that continually say, well, the crypto market's down, they're so fucking stupid because they have no idea, okay? Russia and Putin have been saying that the U.S. dominance in the world of finance has been dying for years now. In October 2018, Putin said the U.S. sanctioning countries would undermine trust in the U.S. dollar. Now, that was like the first page of that. The next one here is, this is a move to address the perceived U.S. hegemony of the IMF. The global head of the markets at ING, Chris Turner, explained, it will allow the BRICS nations, Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa, to build their own sphere of influence and unit of currency. That's what these countries are doing right now. And in our country, we've got a Congress that they first have to investigate Donald Trump when he was first elected. And for like 2 or 3 years, they're fucking around with some fake dossier Russian conspiracy thing, right? 2-3 fucking years. Well, they're back at it again. So instead of us getting crypto regulation, they're trying to do some January 6th dumb shit, okay? Spending all this time and energy and all this fucking stuff. Why don't we have crypto regulations? Our country's being destroyed, and the only thing the Democrats want to do is try to find, they're desperately, like on their hands and knees, like an 80-year-old hooker, trying to like get something for $5, okay? It's just like, leave fucking Trump alone. Fix the damn country. How about that? How about you fix this inflation instead of wasting our fucking time trying to just find the smallest little thing to try to make Donald Trump get in trouble? They're going to burn the country down, and they'll be, in the end, they'll be like, oh, damn, well, we got something. Well, who fucking cares? See what I'm saying? That's the problem. All these BRICS nations are coming up. China's doing all this with crypto. Russia's doing it. And our government's worried about some fucking January 6th dumb shit, okay? It says here, Russian business relations and BRICS countries intensify. China's President Xi Jinping says the countries that obsess with a position of strength, like the United States, and seek their own security at the expense of others will fail. Putin explained the following month that contacts between Russian business circles and the business community of the BRICS countries has intensified. The Russian president further noted that Indian retail chain stores would be hosted in Russia, and Chinese cars and hardware would be imported regularly into Russia. Putin's recent statements and commentary at the BRICS summit have made people believe the BRICS members are not just a talk shop anymore. In addition to South Africa, Russia has also increased foreign aid and has delivered weapons to sub-Saharan African countries. Oh. Furthermore, Putin and other BRICS leaders have been targeting United States homogeny and exceptionalism in specific statements published by the media. We have over here, to continue, Vladimir Putin reveals the creation of a new international, you got to hear this, well, here we go. Vladimir Putin reveals the creation of a new international reserve currency at the 14th BRICS summit. And guess who's going to join them? Not just the BRICS, but they're going to join by Turkey, Egypt, Saudi Arabia. Okay? Gee, Saudi Arabia, they own all the oil in the world, don't they? Well, they own a lot. Pretty much, yeah, they do. During the last month, the West has been struggling with red-hot inflation. Oh, yes, we have. And energy prices skyrocketing higher. Politicians in the United Kingdom, Europe, and the United States have been trying to blame the economic calamity on a number of things like the Ukraine-Russian war. So isn't Biden always blaming everything? Oh, the Russians, Putin's war, right? And they blame everything on COVID. No, it's their responses. Data from last month. Consumer prices in America and Europe have climbed to all-time highs. And many analysts say Western countries are in a recession. This is an article that was a month ago. They're in a recession or about to experience one. Meanwhile, at the end of June, so here we are almost a month later, this is when this article, members of the BRICS nation met at the 14th BRICS summit to discuss world affairs. Targeting the US dollar, Russia, China, and the BRICS nations plan to craft a new international reserve currency. Analysts believe the BRICS reserve currency is meant to rival the US dollar, and the IMF special drawing rights. Let me tell you something. This BRICS currency, their goal is not to just trade with themselves. I want you to see what they're really doing. They're developing a new world currency, okay? Their goal is to shut out the whole world, and then what they're going to do, because all this money is programmable, it's programmable money, and then the United States will get programmed out. What are we doing about it? Oh, well, we have hearings every day about how Donald Trump's colluding with the Russians, and he caused the riot in the White House and all this shit. That's what we're focusing on. To hell with the whole country, right? I mean, that's not, I mean, cryptocurrency obviously is not a priority. Saving our country is not a priority. Proving Donald Trump wrong, that's the priority of our Democrats and stuff in government, okay? So that's a really serious problem we got going. We got these Russians and the Chinese and the Indians and these other BRICS forming their own global currency, which they're going to then make all around the world. I think our priority in the United States needs to be crypto, don't you? So, yes. Fox Body Blue. Hulkster, what's happening, big dog? Love the website page. So, yes. White label. Let me check here. The Shanghai Cooperative. I love all the Aussies do. Let's see here. Ripple. XRP, that currency. Ripple is helping the Saudi Arabian central bank So, okay, now that was all the bad news that we got going on. Let me eliminate those articles here. Now, let's look here. We've got some kind of other bad news as well. The IMF, which is the International Monetary Fund, they're like the world's money, the IMF. And they're warning, it says recession. Here, I think, comes like a black swan event, including what I just previously reported on. It says recession to drag down crypto and spark stablecoin chaos. So it says here, an official from the International Monetary Fund says that there could be further drops in both equity and crypto markets in the future. There was an interview with Yahoo Finance, and the guy from the IMF, like the top guy, Tobias Adrian, said that the stablecoin sector in particular could be vulnerable in such a downturn. Haven't we just had Terra and Luna collapse? Their stablecoins have collapsed. Here's what we got. In the Senate, they're not going to pass this, more than likely, this crypto bill we got coming up right now. It might not be this year. The House of Representatives, they passed a crypto bill. The Senate, they're like, we need to investigate Donald Trump. I mean, they got all this time to do that shit, right? But what we're going to see is we're seeing ourselves in a recession because our Congress people are not doing their job with the economy. They're chasing their tail like a crazy dog, trying to arrest some guy who's not even president anymore. And all the fucking problems in the country, they want to blame him. Why don't they fix these damn problems? That's what I want, okay? The IMF is saying the crypto markets are going to crash, okay? Stable coins and stuff like that. It says we could see further sell-offs, both in crypto and in risky asset markets like equities. There could be further failures of some coin offerings. IMF is telling you, I think this is a black swan coming up, all right? This is what they're saying. And they're talking about algorithmic stable coins. Anything that uses an algorithm, not going to work. I wonder if proof of stake uses algorithms. I'm almost positive they do. Adrian from the IMF isn't just concerned about algorithmic stablecoins. The IMF specifically mentioned Tether. Let me tell you something right now. And I've kind of been saying this for about a year or so on this channel. Unfortunately, our crypto space is built on a house of cards, okay? Imagine a house of cards, and at the bottom, you've got Tether. Here we go. This is scary news, but I've got to tell you, because that's what I was seeing today. I see dead people. But you've got a house of cards built on Tether, Bitcoin, and Ethereum. If any of those go bad, like if we find out there's a scam when we find out if there's a scam with Ethereum, boom, that could bust the crypto space, right? If we find out who actually made Bitcoin, if our government will be honest, Department of Homeland Security would tell people who actually made it, boom, the crypto market just bottoms out. And guess what? The economy does too. Same thing with Tether. If it's discovered, or when it's discovered that Tether is a scam, that's going to cause a Bitcoin collapse, which then the whole house of cards, I'm telling you, is going to just bust. All right. I want you to be prepared. That's why yesterday I was telling you about gold, silver. Okay. I keep 1/3 cash, 2/3 gold, separate, not in the bank or whatever. I have it hidden. So these are some things. Let me see what he says. There's some vulnerability there because they're not backed 1-to-1. Some fiat backed stablecoins are backed by some risky assets. Now he says that 100% cash backed stablecoins would be less susceptible. Doesn't it make sense to back a stablecoin with gold? Oh, yeah, Crypto Hulk, that makes total sense. That's how I think in the end this is going to go down, okay? You can't look. You can't have some private company saying that they have value, like they're holding value. I mean, that shit's got to be inspected by the government like all the time. Like, but it's kind of like a bank. They'd have to be, all these stable coins would have to be FDIC insured, licensed, and all these kind of things. They'd have to run, they'd have to join the anti-money laundering, know your customer, the Bank Secrecy Act, money service business. They'd have to join all these things. They're not going to have these tether things, whatever, these stablecoin shit that's out there. It's not going to happen in the future. You've got to have fully FDIC and all that. And I think for our government, when it issues its stablecoin, digital dollar, CBDC, whatever you want to call it, that's going to be backed with gold and a bunch of other stuff on the ledger. So the IMF's telling you right here again that there's going to be a crash, all right? Regulating the coins themselves is going to be difficult. But here's what, listen to this. But regulating the entry points, like where you actually buy the stable coins, such as exchanges. So they're going to regulate exchanges and wallet providers. So your little ledgers you got right now, I never had to register mine. You can buy them wherever. In the future, they're telling us right here, the IMF is telling you what's going to happen in the future. Exchanges and wallets will be totally regulated. So when you go to Ledger to buy something, like a wallet, you're going to have to do all the KYC and show your picture and do all these things. And then that ledger is going to have a marcation on it, and they'll be able to track your account, all these kind of things. You probably even have it linked to your social security number. So, I mean, just expect all these things in the future. Now, if you already got ledgers, then they don't know who's got them. So they'll be like, okay, all right, you got away that time. But in the future, exchanges and wallets are going to be registered with the United States. They're going to know all this stuff, all right? So hold on. Evan dropped a little gold nugget. Let me see. Evan Wilson, thank you very much for your donation to the channel. I got a 404 page not found whenever I tried to play one of your videos on the new website on my mobile phone. I know it's off topic. Sorry. No, thanks for letting me know. So the videos are not playing on the website. Okay. I will make a note to the developer on that. Now, I'm told pretty much everything's done. So I will have to get with the developer and find out why videos are not playing on the website. Hold on a second. I'm messaging the developer right now. All right. So now that we got that out of the way, the IMF's predicting recessions and stuff, all this stuff, I'm seeing banks closing like we talked about yesterday. I want you to see it. It's all coming, okay? Like this big whirlwind, like you look to the left and it's like it's coming at you like a dust storm. I was in Iraq and I lived in Phoenix a little bit, and there was dust storms. And in Iraq, they'd have bad dust storms, and that shit was pretty scary. Okay, so that's kind of what's happening. Is all this big storm, this dust storm is coming, which is the black swan. So let me click out of, and so again, just be prepared that crypto market's going to crash. The government's coming in, taking over exchanges. If you're not a bank, basically, I've been telling you this for 2.5 years, you're not going to be trading cryptos. Just letting you know. Once the banks get a hold of this stuff, they're going to make the true money, and it's already going to moon, and then they'll let you buy in. Or you can buy like a portion of a Bitcoin. That's what's going to happen to all this stuff. You'll be buying portions. And then we'll be buying Porsches. You'll be getting a portion, and we will be buying a Porsche. Got it? Now, let's see here. I'm going to get into... So here's Maxine Waters. The House Financial Services Committee conceded that. Now, here's what I was saying. In the Senate, they are not there yet when it comes to stablecoin legislation. They spend more time trying to witch hunt Donald Trump than they are on trying to get their shit together and fixing our country. Okay, that's what the fuck's going on in America. We're in a recession. We got inflation out of control. We got problems with the BRICS nations trying to form their own country, their own monetary stuff. And we got our government dicking around with this Donald Trump shit. Okay, I'm getting real sick of this stuff. Heading in, because they're going to go into a recess in August. In about 3 days from now, Congress is going on a summer vacation. So there seems to be little chance of any crypto bill on stable coins coming into law. The much talked about but never resolved stablecoin bill still is not ready to see the light. With this Congress coming to a close and an August recess, probably not going to happen. You got Maxine Waters out of California and Patrick McHenry out of North Carolina. It's a Democrat. Look, I'm just telling you what, these people don't know what the fuck's going on. I have a feeling FSOC's going to have to step up and get this shit done. Look, Maxine Waters, these people don't know anything about stable coins. I mean, they don't know any of this stuff. It's like trying to have them learn Chinese or something, right? Why don't we let the professionals like FSOC design something, then take it before Congress and kind of explain what it is, have them vote? I mean, let's just do that. Because these clowns we got in government, they can't figure out anything at all. So that's what's going on with Congress. They're not going to do it. They said we probably won't have crypto regulations till next year. Says here, we're ultimately not there yet, and therefore continue our negotiations. They need to stop negotiating and get this fucking shit done, okay? It says here, it's early push to limit stablecoin issuance to FDIC insured institutions. So like I was saying, their goal, what's going to happen is all these stable coins, if you're not a bank, you're out of business. You're out of luck. And for all those people that would watch these different crypto platforms or crypto shows, and you're going to buy their courses and all this dumb shit, you know, I'm going to tell you how to buy the dip and do this. And you ain't doing a fucking thing. All right. I've been saying that for 2.5 years. All these little courses and pay $1,000 a month to do that. They're not going to let you do that shit. And if they do, we're going to moon first. And then it's like getting into the stock market now. Like what's the fucking point, right? You want to get in early in the crypto like we are right now. Everything's locked up in a hardware wallet on this channel. Nobody else is telling you to keep it off the exchange. Now they're all telling you, yeah, I got it on the exchange. I'm ready to do something. Like they're not going to do a fucking thing except get wrecked. Okay. That's what's going on here with stablecoins. They're all going to be FDIC insured. So Kraken, if Kraken is not FDIC, they go bye-bye. They're not selling any kind of crypto, stablecoin stuff. Coinbase, same thing, okay? They're going to try to call these different cryptos securities. Some will be securities, some will be commodities. If you're not registered with the SEC, you ain't selling it. Is Coinbase registered? No, it's not, okay? They're not registered with the SEC or the Commodities Future Trading. And Coinbase is definitely not FDIC. So guess what? All these fucking exchanges, bye-bye, done, okay? That's how this shit works. Well, gee, Crypto Hulk, why didn't the other people on YT tell us this? Because they're trying to get your money so you can join their stupid classes. Then you realize in the end, it's not going to do any good anyway, okay? Midterm elections are coming in November, and Democrats look likely to lose the House of Representatives. If that happens, Patrick McHenry, Republican out of North Carolina, seems on track to take over leadership of the Senate. Oh, it says this. Maxine Waters, Democrat, used the occasion of today's statement to highlight. Here's what she says. She uses today's statement to highlight a series of developments on crypto to come out of the House Financial Services under her leadership. So she's talking about, oh my God, I'll tell you something. She is leading this crypto movement and she hates crypto. Do you see why we're having a fucking problem? From day one, years ago, she keeps calling crypto's bad, crypto's bad. How the fuck are we going to have crypto regulations with Maxine Waters, who has no idea what the fuck crypto is? Seriously? You're going to have this lady lead the crypto revolution in this country? I think there's a fucking problem with that, okay? That's pretty clear. She leads the House Financial Services under the crypto. That's a bad problem. She shouldn't have anything to do with leading cryptocurrency regulation. Now do you kind of see the problem in this country? You've got all this recession crap going on. You've got all this recession, problems with Russia, this, that, and crypto. And then you got Maxine Waters leading the crypto regulation movement. Oh, God. That's a fucking train wreck waiting to happen, right? Jeez. We definitely have a problem. Our government needs to focus on saving the country instead of wasting their time in hearings trying to convict some past president. Fix the fucking country. That's their job, okay? Now, on to some positive news. Ripple. Now we're getting into Ripple. Here's the solution to all this problem, okay? Now we're going to turn the ship around and go a different course. Ripple inks a major partnership with Singapore-based institution. On Monday, Ripple fintech giant announced a new partnership with, listen to this one, FOMO Pay, F-O-M-O, FOMO Pay, one of the leading payment institutions in Singapore. Thanks to the partnership, FOMO Pay will be able to improve its treasury payments by leveraging Ripple's ODL technology. So what we got here is you've got right now in Singapore, they're using on-demand liquidity, which is XRP. Okay. So imagine you've got Ripple, who's in America, being sued by our government. They're calling XRP a security. Gary Gensler is doing this, by the way, but he's not using any definitions, legal definitions. So he's calling it XRP a security. XRP doesn't even exist. How can the man do that? He's high, okay? So if it's a security, how's the rest of the world using it as money, Gary? Okay, what a fucking moron. You got Singapore using XRP on demand. They just made a deal. Ripple just made a deal with FOMO Pay. And XRP is being used to transmit money around the world. Securities don't do that, Gary. You don't use McDonald's stock to go pay for a Kmart bill or something. That doesn't even make any fucking sense. See what I'm talking about? And the other channels, nobody's talking about how this whole court case makes no sense, except Crypto Hulk. Okay? That's a damn shame. Okay, now let me see where that article is. So there's Ripple. Ripple's not going away. Ripple technology is going to be used by the whole entire world. That's why the XRP ledger was given to the World Wide Web. I don't know if you're aware of this. New people, you might not be aware. Ripple's designed what's called a ledger. It keeps track of all the transactions. That was given to the World Wide Web. The same people that control the internet control that. Why do you think there's no other ledger in the World Wide Web? I'm trying to show you like we went through a storm. We just went through a storm the first 20 minutes or whatever of the show. Now I'm showing you the tunnel that's going to lead us to being rich, okay? World Wide Web has the XRP ledger, but no other one. How is that? Because the way that we're going to get out of this problem, and it's going to be a bad fucking storm, is the XRP ledger is going to lead us to the promised land, all right? All around the world. I just told you here, this example from Singapore, you know, and XRP is going around the whole world, making agreements with banks and central banks and countries. You got Europe's and England, the digital pound. In England, their money is going to be based on the XRP ledger. Same thing in Europe with the euro. It's going to be a digital euro. Ripple's controlling all of this. Do you see where we're going here? So in the end, we're going to be okay. But I'm showing you now how it's looking like our government's just not doing anything at all. And I've got an article here. It's an older article. Now, this article has been forgotten, but let's go over it again just so new people can remember. And for the veterans, I want you to remember this. BNY Mellon, probably the biggest bank in the world. Definitely, I think the oldest in the United States, but one of the biggest banks in the world. I think with like $43 trillion in assets. It's like amazing. Here we have a 2016 article. So it's 6 years old, okay? I'm just going to touch on some of this stuff. And the title is BNY Mellon is focused on reinventing payments. So is Ripple. Bam. That's like just telling you like what is going on, okay? This is a 2016 article. Nowadays, they probably wouldn't post stuff like this. They're trying to hide and make crypto look bad and all this stuff. But this is an older article. It says BNY Mellon is focused on reinventing payments. So is Ripple. I thought that was a good blast from the past. They're talking about fully digital, cost-effective, real-time experience. They talk about in this article distributed ledger technology. Everything's Ripple in here. They do mention R3. So that would be like FinCEN or XDC, okay? So back in the older days, Ripple had an agreement with R3, and that's where FinCEN and was supposed to come out, and XDC was supposed to have its own crypto, stuff like that. So Ripple's kind of mixed in with them. So I just told you, we just wanted to touch on that article, just so you know that the answer to all these problems is Ripple. Now, there's another, back in 2020, so now 2 years ago, I want you to remember, brand new people, this is important, former JP Morgan Chase chief regulatory affairs officer Sandy O'Connor joins Ripple. So Today, Ripple is thrilled to announce the Sandy O'Connor is joining its board of directors. O'Connor has 30 years of leadership with JP Morgan, a deep background in finance, and here's the word, treasury. Well, we know that last year, Rosie Rios from the treasury went to Ripple, okay? So 2 years ago, this woman with 30 years experience in finance, treasury, capital markets, and Sandy O'Connor has regulatory affairs experience. I'm going to tell you something. Ripple is already regulated. I think all the regulations are done. This whole court case, I've already broke down the 2015 settlement on 3 separate shows. Nobody else has done that on this particular YT platform. I've shown you how this court case is so fake. No one else is even mentioning the word fake and doing all this stuff, okay? I'm trying to show you because it's going to get bad. This recession stuff is going to get like crazy. But in the end, if you held on to the good cryptos, don't put all your money into crypto. You better get some silver so you can buy food and shit like that and gasoline. As the dollar drops, the silver will go up. Better not put it all in crypto. It's not going to be good for you. So Sandy, that was 2 years ago. I'm going to click out of that article. So where's Sandy O'Connor now? Well, in 2021, probably 6 months ago, she went to BNY Mellon. Oh, she went all the way to BNY Mellon, who's a Ripple partner. BNY Mellon is going to have one hell of a crypto exchange because Mellon's linked up with Ripple. Sandy O'Connor is in with JP Morgan for 30 years. JP Morgan is going to be a powerhouse. JP Morgan's not going anywhere with crypto. They're going to be like a giant exchange along with BNY Mellon, okay? You just watch. They don't have nothing right now. Oh, you're going to see. Those two are going to be like some of the giants. And I have a feeling about this. The small, tiny little players are going to be B of A, Wells Fargo, and these other ones. I think some of them might get wrecked. JP Morgan is going to be like a massive crypto exchange. They're going to probably own 2, 3, 4, and same thing with BNY Mellon. I think why we see all these Wells Fargos and other kinds of banks closing up, I don't think they got in on time. JP Morgan jumped the gun and got in early. And these other banks are just going to like suffer. I have a feeling on that. And let's check here. The last news article I want to go over. This is a positive one. The official XRP blog has announced an update. So the XRP ledger had a major update to it for NFTs, okay? The XRP ledger protocol's core server, it's called Rippled, RIPPLED. The update affected a number of bugs, including NFT code tweaks, as well as overall improvements like a new API method for order books or less noisy logging. Rippled's version fixes the problems they used to have, supports an XLS 20 activation, which can bring built-in NFT support to the XRP ledger, offering access to NFT minting, trading, and burning features. So the ledger is going to be used to make NFTs. There's no mention here about Ethereum stuff. Right now, Ethereum is making these NFTs and they're all getting hacked, right? I've gone over article after article. Half of the NFTs that are made based on Ethereum, they get hacked. This whole Ethereum thing is a train wreck waiting to happen. Ripple has got the best ledger. I just went over, they just did major updates. So now they're going to be running NFTs on the ledger. That we're in the right spot. So all that bad news and shit we're going over, if you're in the right cryptos, you're on the train. Like Rosie Rios said, the train has left the station and we're all traveling to where we are going to be in the future, which is very rich. Let me check some comments here. Let's see, getting another chunk of silver. Travis Turner, 88.64 at the scrap yard. Turned into, all right, XRP, get some. Hulk and uphold. Y'all give me hope. How can John Deaton and the 70,000 recipients file a damage claim against the court when Ripple isn't the issuer of XRP? See, exactly. Oh, my God. Riverponics growing system. Thank you for that comment. I'm going to read it again. I've been trying to teach this for 3 shows when I go over the 2015 settlement. Ripple's not selling it. All Ripple is the exchange. We went over that. There's the administrator, which is the XRP2 fund. They're the ones who buy and sell. All Ripple does is exchange. That's it. So who should be in court? Just what Riverponics said. You get the gold star. I'm going to put it on your paper so mommy can see it when you take it home. How can John Deaton and the 70,000 recipients file a damage claim against this court case when Ripple, here's the genius part of this comment, when Ripple isn't the issuer of XRP since 2013, somebody was paying attention to Crypto Hulk. Kurt Scott. Yo, buddy, what do you think? Should do the Lamborghini or the McLaren? Hey, Kurt, let's get both. Great idea, Crypto Hulk. But no, Riverponics knows because, and I've been showing you guys this, no other channels showing this angle. It's called The Truth, okay? It's called The Truth. You learn it on my channel. Sometimes we got to do some homework. Sometimes we have fun time. But one thing you'll definitely walk away with is a college degree in how the world evolved in crypto. And this whole court case, they're suing the wrong... Oh, my God. The SEC is suing the wrong entity. Gary, if you're listening, Crypto Hulk's going to school you. I know you don't know what you're doing. It's okay. I won't tell anybody, okay? Gary, you're suing the wrong person. And Judge, you're hearing the wrong case. Just thought I'd put that out there. Along with Riverponics growing system, we would like to help explain this very quickly again. Go back and watch my show, everybody, on the Ripple, how that stuff went. I made a show about a month ago or 2 weeks ago. What happened is, in the old days, Ripple started selling crypto in 2013. I think they did it for like a month, 2 months. Then they kind of realized, oh, damn, we're going to probably get in trouble for this. So they stopped. They decided to have a wholly owned subsidiary called XRP Fund 2. That's the secret business owned by, let's call it, temporary agencies. And I'll stress the word agency with a couple winks, all right? This secret business, the secret business was the one from that point on in 2013 up to start buying and selling Ripple, XRP, and convert, and delivering the money. So they would take it. XRP Fund 2 would take the money from somebody, give it to Ripple, who would then convert it into something else. Then Ripple would give it back to the XRP Fund 2 person, and then they would give it back to the customer. So Ripple kind of never left the store. You got it? They did for 2 months, and then they stopped. Okay? So that's what happened. Then there was a court case in 2015, and the court found that Ripple was a bank, a money service business, and that the XRP2, they changed the name to XRP2, was the one who was actually delivering the liquidity. Ripple was not doing that. The courts have already discovered this. I've taught this on my show, and Riverponics growing system knows what the fuck I'm talking about, all right? Unfortunately, Gary Gensler has not watched my show, neither has both judges or everybody in the whole court. I don't know why they're not saying they're suing the wrong people. So the court papers in 2015 specifically state who is supplying the liquidity, and they said it was XRP2. This has already been decided. This whole court case is fake, is a $2.50 bill. I've been telling you that. And when this all ends, and you'll see, we'll be like, oh, gee, Crypto Hulk, we already knew all this. Nobody else knew, okay? Crypto, oh, I see. What happens if Russia, China become superpowers and create their own SWIFT system and force other countries to use the system? Would that affect Ripple XRP ability to take over the payment system? There's a lot of things involved with that. I'll keep the answer short. You have to have smart people make this, and Ripple has had the best people. These other countries, their crypto is not going to be as good. It's not going to be as fast, as secure. It's not going to be valued as much. The world's not going to use that. What I feel is they're going to try to launch it and actually start using it. That's going to cause desperation in America, and that will kick the Congress people in the ass to get them to get these bills done. So there has to be a reason. There has to be an emergency. I've been saying for 2.5 years, they're going to create emergencies by not. Here's what they're going to do. They're trying to get a whole world linked up, okay? And these slow pokes are really slow at things, these different countries and our government people as well. What's going to happen, in my opinion, is these BRICS countries are going to come together and start using this shit. And then it's going to be we need to have an emergency meeting in Congress. Okay. And like I said, they can do all this shit in one day. Ripple, look. This is all a show. Okay. I don't want to say certain things because this channel will get deleted, but the real inventors of Ripple and everything is not Ripple, and I'm going to kind of leave it at that. All right, so they're the people that truly run Ripple know everything that's going on, and that's why it will become the world's cryptocurrency, and America will be in charge of it, the escrow, through the company called Poly, and I won't mention the name, but that Poly company will then be taken over by our treasury, along with any kind of important Ripple technologies. That will all go to the treasury. If Ripple becomes a bank, it'll be a castrated form of Ripple, what it was before. And if it goes on the stock market, it won't be like it is now. They're not going to have all the goodies. The XRPs, those are given to the government. Any top secret technology, all that'll be given to the government, because you can't have China coming in buying 51% of Ripple and taking over their tech. It's not going to happen. No. So if Ripple, I said a long time ago, Ripple's never going to stock market. Okay. If it does, it'll be so castrated that it'll just be like some other regular fucking bank, like a BNY Mellon or something, like an American company. So there won't be a way for a foreign entity to get the proprietary technology to then overtake the United States. Well, we got another donation here. Who is this one? B. Thanks, B, for the donation to the channel. I appreciate that. Let's check. Where's Terry Toole? And it's very possible that Ripple is working with the BRICS nations. I don't know for certain on that, so I'm not going to comment. I haven't studied that. Then Helio Bob, thanks for the donation to the channel. Appreciate that in the comments, in the Facebook and different kind of Twitter chat stuff. We need to stop selling China our land next to our American bases. That's probably a good idea, I think. Somebody needs to tell our government that, by the way. That's crazy how America does that. screenshot of the website. Go to www.thecryptohulk.com, and it's right there. Helio Bob. So, okay. I think we'll call it a wrap. I said about, 40, 50 minutes, and I'm about 5 over from that. I've given you a lot of information today about how the Russians are coming. They're going to make the currency. They're going to be taking over. They're going to try. There's a battle coming out. And I showed how as the BRICS, there was the 5, BRICK, 6 of or whatever. They're going to add like 4 more countries. That's going to probably expand even more. Some of these African nations. Meanwhile, America is just not appearing to be doing anything. Our government can't even make a crypto law, and they're going on a vacation. And so, but see, it's got to happen where, oh my God, the BRICS nations are using, we've got to get this done. I mean, that's how this is all going to be, like drama, blah, 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 blah stuff. But just be prepared. It's going to get nasty. The IMF's telling us, I already told you in the article, the IMF is telling us that stuff's going to get bad. Crypto's going to have not a good time, okay? So, but in the end, that's when we started discussing. You got Ripple's opening up offices in Singapore. They're using XRP or on-demand liquidity. They're building digital dollars in Europe and all that. So it's all going to work. It's going to get nasty. Banks are going to be shutting down and stuff. We're in a recession right now. Just letting you know. Brett Martin, thanks for that. Made it a little late. Been eating Cajun crab bites and a nice, fresh, rare ribeye. Oh, and beer. Good. That sounds good. I'm starting to get hungry now. Anyhow, that'll be it for today. I'll see you all in tomorrow's show. Be there or be square.